How's it going, guys? A little bit of an early video today, but I'm thinking about how comparison really is just the death of you and the death of your happiness. Comparison just destroys your joy, and I think there's a few reasons. I think the first reason is that comparison brings you farther and farther away from who you truly are, because you're watching these other people do what they're doing. Maybe they're ahead of you in life, maybe they're behind you, and it affects what you do. You need to be on your own path, on your own vision, on your own journey. You need to be doing things at your own speed. Don't try to speed up for someone else, slow down for somebody else. You need to stop comparing yourself to them. You see someone else, they're doing their own thing, and you just gotta stop comparing yourself to them, because everybody is on their own thing. You are trying to be like someone else is trying to be like you. Everybody needs to be doing their own thing. You need to be in your own lane. Stop trying to be like everybody else. The more you try to be like somebody else, the less you are being yourself. The less time you have to find out who you are, the longer you get stuck in this mindset of trying to be like other people, the more and more late to the party you're going to be when you realize that you have to just try and be yourself. So I think that's the first reason. I think the second reason that comparing yourself is bad is because it creates a skewed reality. You see other people and you don't really know what they're about. You only see them in public. You only see them in their best moments. You only see them when they're trying to put themselves together the best. I mean, don't you notice yourself? You try to be the best version of yourself when you're around other people. Yeah, you don't see other people's bad parts. You see your own bad parts because you're here for the whole story. You're here for the behind the scenes. You're only seeing somebody else when the film is rolling, when the tape is rolling, when they're live. You only see them in public when they're trying to be their best version of themselves. And everybody else only sees you in public when you're trying to be the best version of yourself. So if you live as if what you're seeing in public with other people, or what you're seeing online with other people, is the only part of them, but you see yourself and the bad parts of you, the bad moments of you as part of you, you're gonna have a skewed reality of how good you are compared to other people, because you think these things you're suffering through might be worse when it's you, or you're the only one going through them, but everybody's going through them. Everybody has these bad moments. They just try to hide them, just as you tried to hide them. Everybody's trying to hide their bad moments and make themselves look as good as they can. But you have to notice that you have to stop comparing yourself to other people, because you're gonna keep having these moments where you think you're the only one experiencing these bad things and you're seeing the best part of other people. I think the third reason that comparing yourself to others is really bad is because it makes you think that you're not where you're supposed to be in life. Because some people are already on their journey, already have started some people have already started the peak of their life. Some people are on different trajectories. Everybody's roller coaster in life is different. Not everybody's roller coaster goes the same. So you're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly where you need to be in life. You're not behind, you're not ahead. You're exactly where you're meant to be. So seeing somebody else who may be a little ahead of you doesn't mean they're always going to be there. It doesn't always mean they're going to be ahead of you. And that being ahead or behind is really just a subjective thing. You need to be confident in who you are, confident in where you are in life. And you need to really just figure out how to progress. You need to figure out how to progress. Stop trying to figure out how to be better than other people. That's not the point. The point is being better than you were yesterday, being a better version of yourself, figuring out who you are and figuring out your flaws. You need to stop focusing on other people, because you're exactly where you are, and everybody else is exactly where they're supposed to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. So stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing your progress to other people's progress, because everybody's progress is different. Everybody's story is different. Just live out your story. Stop focusing on other people's stories. Just live out your life. Stop reading into everybody else's life. Live out your life. The people you're reading into their lives because you think their life is so perfect is because they're living out their life. They're not reading into other people's lives like you are. You need to live out your life. So that's another reason. I think another reason that comparing yourself to other people is horrible is because we're in such a prime environment for comparison in this modern age that has so much social media involved. You know how I mentioned earlier that you're seeing the best version of other people, you're seeing them trying to be their best? Just imagine how much more of a small part of somebody else is their social media. You don't see all the mess ups in my videos because I cut them out. You don't see me stuttering. You don't see me messing up. You don't see me blanking for a minute. I just stop talking. I'm like, you don't see that because I don't post it, because it's not the best version of myself. You need to notice that other people's social media is just the 1% of themselves. And some people aren't even confident enough to post on social media, so you're already seeing the confident people on social media. You're seeing the 1% of like the top 25%'s life. It's so unrealistic. You need to realize that. You need to realize that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And just like stop looking on social media, looking for answers, looking for something to make you feel better, because it always makes you feel worse. Like especially on Instagram, seeing other people's lives, fear of missing out. You shouldn't have this fear of missing out because you're exactly where you're supposed to be. It's just the worst. Just stop being on social media looking for something to make you feel better, because it's not going to, and you have to stop comparing yourself. So that's another reason. You have to realize that you're on your path and everybody else is on their path. Everybody else is living their own lives. You're living your own life. And everything's going to play out how it's supposed to. And you also have to realize that everybody else is on different journeys. Everybody else is on different parts of their life. Like I mentioned earlier, everybody's on different trajectories. Everybody peaks at different times. And if someone seems like they're ahead of you, just realize that they may burn out. It shouldn't really matter. It shouldn't really matter if someone's successful or not. It shouldn't matter to you. You should be glad that someone else is successful. You shouldn't be jealous of them. But it's important for you to realize that the most consistent person wins. It's not like the person who's most ahead at this very moment. It's not the person who's in the best mindset at this current moment. It's the person who finds consistency in their life over years, over months, over years, over decades, who finds most consistency in their life. It's not the person who found the fast way and then ran out of juice. It's the person who's most consistent over the course of their life is the person who's most successful, and the person who gets the most enjoyment out of life. So realize that. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Just live your own life. Don't compare yourself to other people anymore. Get off social media. Get off your phone. Stop looking at other people. Stop being self-conscious. Just live your own life. Find out what you are. Find out who you are. Find out what you're supposed to do. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.